everybody, welcome to Fashion Link Now educational platform. My name is Anna Vasiljevich. As you know, I'm a founder of the Fashion Link Now platform and also one of the mentors at the Fashion Link Now platform. I already talked about how to become fashion designer, as well about some ugly truths in the fashion industry, and if you want to watch these videos you can look them in the links below. But today I've chosen to talk about some positive things and how to actually start your fashion brand. So I hope this will be useful to you, since I will try to answer as much as possible for you to be able to understand and be aware of the things that you need to know before you start your fashion brand. So let's start. First thing would be asking yourself some questions, which is the best way of making a list of the things that you need to know or you need to do before you start any kind of business, and now we are talking about fashion business. So the first question would be why? Why is the vision. So ask yourself why you are starting your brand, why you are doing this, or why you want to make your brand special. These are a couple of questions that sound easy, but actually all the biggest brands, not only coming from the fashion industry, they have their vision really quoted and really written well to able to lead them through the long-term process of being the fashion designer or the fashion house. So ask yourself why you are doing this, why you want to succeed, and why is your brand so special, and why is your brand going to be so special compared to the others. So why? Second question that you need to ask yourself before you start is how. How is your brand different than others, and how you're going to separate your designs from the others, from the competition. Also, we can add a small question of how you are going to separate your designs or your presentations from the others, and who you want to dress. Third question that you can ask yourself is what? What are you actually going to make? My suggestion when you are starting a small fashion brand, well, even the bigger one, is to start small. Some of the famous designers that we can mention, they didn't start it with many items. They didn't start it with clothes, followed by the bags and the shoes. They started with one item or two items or couple of items that through the time became signature items for them, and then they decided to spread more, to add more. So start small and ask yourself what are you going to make and what is going to be so special about it. I will mention just a couple of designers or fashion houses that were working this way. We can mention, for example, Louis Vuitton, that actually started with the bags and now it has more than that. Or we can mention, for example, Vera Wang, who started with only the wedding dresses and now she has also a fashion collection. So there are many examples that you can learn from about this question and how you need to start with a couple of things and then make it bigger. Another important question that you need to ask yourself before you start your fashion brand is who. This question can be divided into the two fields. First would be who you want to dress. Who is the consumer or who is the customer you are sending your message through designs? Who is the person you actually want to dress? And the second field of this question would be who you want to hire to work with you. Who are the people or who is the team who needs to work with you? What you actually need and who are the people who you need to start your fashion brand? Whether is that the person who needs to do construction, whether it's the person who needs to help you with the social marketing, whether is that person who needs to help you with sewing, who are the people or what is the team that needs to help you to start your business well? Another question that you need to ask yourself when you're starting a fashion business is where? Where are you going to sell your items or clothes, whether it's shoes, whether it's bag, whether it's clothes, it doesn't matter. Where are you going to sell? So this is a pretty difficult question when you are starting, because basically you need to decide whether you are going to do this on your own. Are you going to make your own store, or you are going to work with some stores? This is the question that will decide also on your prices, because you will be using more whether wholesale or retail prices, depends on where you are going to sell. The second part of the where question is where you are going to find resources when it comes to the fabrics, when you need some things to finish the products, packaging. So where are you going to find these things? There are many resources for this kind of things, but if you're starting small, maybe, and my suggestion is definitely to do it domestic, because when you're starting your fashion business at the beginning, it's very difficult to get through to the big companies when it comes to the fabrics. I know when it comes to the prices, it's more available and more, it's better to find cheaper things, but it's impossible to get to these quantities when you're a small designer. So try to do it in a domestic way, and so ask yourself where are you going to sell and where are you going to find your resources. Final question would be when. When are you going to start your brand? When actually you are going to launch your brand? Why is this important? This is important for organizing your production. Fashion design industry works with the calendars, not the calendars following the fashion shows, but the calendars when it comes to the getting to the fabrics, getting to the people who work in the production. So if you're small and when you are starting your production, you need to make your calendar work for you in also budget-friendly way, but also in a great timetable. So plan well when you want to start your fashion business, when you want to launch your fashion line, and go backwards and learn what you need to do before this happens, so that you know for the future, for your next collection, how it's going to work for you. I hope this was a bit useful for you, and I hope you learned something. Of course, this is something that we do at my courses when it comes to how to start your fashion brand. So if you want to know more, you can see the link below for this kind of courses. And of course, you can leave comments below. And if you have any questions, of course, be free to contact me. I will be seeing you very soon. Bye.